Whoa, hey, who turned out the lights? Oh, here we go. Hello, everyone. This is Crota coming at you, and that was my lame attempt at a joke. If you guys didn't get it, well, I'm not going to explain it. And if you did get it and it wasn't funny, well, I apologize. Anyways, let's go ahead and break things down over here. We see Cechi spawning as the purple undead on the bottom right-hand side of the map, playing under the name Mighty. Meanwhile, over here on the top left, we have Foggy spawning as the red night elf. Night Elf versus Undead in this 1v1 matchup, brought to you in glorious 1080p. At some point, I'm thinking about maybe playing in 1440, but I would actually need a 1440 monitor in order to do that. So do not have that as of yet. As you guys can tell, I have sped things up to currently 4x speed, waiting for that all-important 2-minute mark. Archer is going to be popping out here in just a moment. Ancient of War will be uprooting itself, and that Demon Hunter will be coming around the corner in just a second as well. Meanwhile, Wisp taking a quick look around. Death Knight is currently coming online, or will be coming online, as the Demon Hunter already pops out here in just a second. Here we go. Demon Hunter ready to go. Ogre Magi, Ogre Warriors, Forest Troll Trapper, as the fighting will begin. Now, Death Knight opts to head off to the north here, and it looks as though... Oh, Neo. As it looks as though the Death Knight is waiting for a handful of ghouls to make its way over. A little bit of a delay there, so Cechi falling behind maybe a handful of seconds, not very much, but in a game like WarCraft 3 and in general most RTSs, what you're trying to do is you're trying to get ahead in a game of seconds. Every time you are ahead by a split second, you can continue to push that advantage and hope that it continues to grow. Ogre Magi off over here is going to get taken down. Ring of Protection +2 will be given to the Death Knight, adding in an additional 12% effective hit points. Now, Ogre Warrior is going to get taken down here as the Demon Hunter now going after the Ghoul. All right, there's a quick death coil here. This Ghoul, however, is going to have a very bad day, and it does end up slipping through just a little as the Archer is unable to get that final shot off. With the Nerubian Tower in play, that Demon Hunter has second thoughts about trying to dive in there to get his Ghoul. Ghoul is going to be regenerating hit points fairly fast while on Blight. Meanwhile, Demon Hunter is off over here. Is he going to be able to get the last shot? Yes, he does, and he gets to level 2 first. Beautiful play by Cechi as he now grabs Unholy Aura, allowing the ghouls to move that much more quickly. Ghouls now making their way off to the north. Are they trying to hunt down the Demon Hunter? Yes, they are. Not going to be able to catch up as the Demon Hunter is going to be picking up Boots of Speed and now running back into position. Skeletal minions all across over here. You can see down over here, the ghouls are going to be finishing off the Null Brute and the Null Poacher. Just a little bit of a gold boost more than anything else, as Cechi going to end up taking a little bit of damage again. All right, let's take a look at this. Ghouls are trying to run back home, and they will be able to do exactly that with the help of Unholy Aura. Death Knight now getting into position as the Ghoul gonna slip through. All right, Graveyard Archers are on the scene to try and shut down this Graveyard. Graveyard needs to be canceled. Is it going to get canceled? I do believe so. I'm not 100% sure if that was canceled or not, as the Demon Hunter now in a bit of trouble. Is he going to get surrounded? That is the big... Or is he going to get killed? That is an easy question, as you quickly can see. Well, a Dust of Appearance was used, but no attacks on archers were made. All right, that sounds like some safety warning on a video. No archers were harmed in the use of that Dust of Appearance. Demon Hunter now making their way back off to the north here as the Null Brute is going to get taken down. Demon Hunter is already at level 2, so just picking up an additional amount of gold. Meanwhile, Death Knight is sitting at 2, about halfway to 3, and I thought the Death Knight would have considered clearing out this creep camp here, trying to get to 3, and then picking up a Naga Sea Witch for that very, very early aggression. The Death Knight now being brought over here. Skeletal minions deciding to mess up the pathing on some of these archers, and it looks like, wow, one archer is going to be able to slip through once more as the ghouls now going after the Demon Hunter here. Demon Hunter double backs around and is currently looking okay as the Death Knight now moves on to his second Rod of Necromancy. Naga Sea Witch could be picked up here in just a moment. Panda, however, has arrived to the party as the Breath of Fire takes down one skeletal minion. Naga Sea Witch has joined in on the fight. There are some cold arrows coming in as the ghouls want to pick off a unit or two. Cold arrow number 2 does land. Naga Sea Witch very low on hit points. Are the ghouls going to get their archer? And yes, they will, as the Naga Sea Witch now looks to back off again. All right, ghouls seem to have some sort of archer fetish, really wants to sink their teeth into her, as the Demon Hunter now chasing after the Naga Sea Witch, Anaconda. All right, Anaconda, my favorite named Naga Sea Witch, as the Naga Sea Witch is trying to slip through once more. All right, Death Knight does have enough for a Death Coil. Is he going to be able to save that ghoul? And it does not look like it, as a Breath of Fire does go down. Panda is in position. Demon Hunter going after a ghoul. Naga Sea Witch could easily launch some cold arrows, slow things up a bit again. There goes another blow, and you never want to take unnecessary damage on your heroes. Currently, though, taking unnecessary damage onto some archers and some other units. Death Knight now trying to get in front, and it looks as though the Death Knight should just turn around and smack that archer in order to get it out. All right, Naga Sea Witch playing Ring Around the Black Citadel, as the Demon Hunter thinks twice after getting constantly pelted by a Nerubian tower. Demon Hunter most likely not gonna run across this Death Knight, as the Death Knight now heads back off to the north. Death Knight now sitting on 3 charges on that Rod of Necromancy, but is relatively low on mana, unable to get any Death Coils off. When you're going up against a level 2 Demon Hunter, anything below 125 mana does not seem like a lot of mana, just because, well, you're not going to be able to get the mana burn off in time when you need it. There's a very, very small window of opportunities to use effectively that Death Coil, and if you have no low hit point units, why even bother to use it, as a Tome of Intelligence is dropped. All right, Ghoul gonna go ahead and back off here. Naga Sea Witch could easily pick up that Tome, or maybe Cechi is one of those WarCraft 3 players. Oh, nope, he does like to read, and read indeed he does, as the Null Overseer, down to 378 hit points, is going to be free experience for the Demon Hunter and Panda. Ring of Regeneration currently sitting on the Panda, even though the Demon Hunter has hit points to regen. Death Knight unable to finish things off, but we do see a surround on the Death Knight. Death Knight is in, or excuse me, Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter in serious trouble now. Scroll of or a Staff of Teleportation able to allow him to get away easily and quickly. There goes one archer. Another archer could get taken down, but the ghouls are taking a fair bit of damage as well. This is turning into a rather big slugfest here, as another Death Coil does come in. All right, the big problem right now is that Cechi does have superior units while the Demon Hunter is away. The good news for Foggy right now is that Foggy now has his Demon Hunter once more. Naga Sea Witch down to 38 hit points is going to be able to slip away, down to 2 hit points. Potion of Invulnerability, and he does end up surviving. Cechi losing 2 ghouls right there, as the Panda is now on the cusp of level 2. Naga Sea Witch still having a very, very bad day here. Mana burn, a breath of fire, a nice, swift, warm breeze is enough to push over that Naga Sea Witch and make her fall. All right, Naga Sea Witch now sitting in the back here, gonna get a little bit of health from that obsidian statue getting into position. Meanwhile, the Dryads have showed up, and with their slow poison, could easily pick apart Cechi's army. Cechi is in serious, serious trouble now. Is he going to be able to finish things off, as the Naga Sea Witch falls at level 1 at the hands of the diving Demon Hunter? Demon Hunter continuing to lead the charge here, as the Ghoul is going to get taken out as well. Demon Hunter at 3, Panda sitting at 2. Obsidian Statue is currently in play, but there is just not enough units to really make a very, very strong presence. All right, Lich is out in play. There's a mana burn onto the Lich. Are we going to perhaps see death of an Archer or Dryad? Yes, we do, as that -5 armor really making a very big difference. All right, it looks as though this Dryad is not going to fall. Is it at that? Oh, it dies because of the -5 armor and a single Crypt Fiend shot. Following that Crypt Fiend shot, it does travel very far. Also, you probably may have noticed that it is not Nightfall, no regeneration at all. Passive regeneration, that is for the remaining Night Elf units. Demon Hunter now ready to go. Crypt Fiends gonna go ahead and engage. Panda sitting at level 2 may consider giving the Ring of Regeneration over to that Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter taking a lot of damage here as the Lich now looking to back off. Lich sitting at 22 or 27 to 33 damage. Now needs to pull back here, going after some units as there is a current bear who can't decide whether or not he wants to stay or go. All damage done to him deals an additional 10% damage. That is a very big deal considering you would normally have about 12% or 11% worth of protection without on that hero otherwise. Alright, 25% damage reduction on the Demon Hunter while he is not afflicted with that Orb of Corruption debuff. Null Overseer taking a bit of damage here as the Panda gonna go ahead and engage. Alright, what's happening here? Null Warden's gonna need to engage here as well. You can see a rejuvenation onto a Druid of the Claw. That Druid of the Claw needs to get back into bear form. There's another rejuvenation again as the Druid of the Claw gonna stay in Druid form and get back up to full hit points. Demon Hunter now ready to engage here. You can see a bit of -5 armor debuff being applied to that Demon Hunter. Is now sitting at just 1 point of, well, get it back up to 6 here as the Demon Hunter now looks to push away this Lich again. Naga Sea Witch, Lich, and Obsidian Statue doing that bit of pressure as the Demon Hunter now once again is forced to retreat. Ancient of War off over here wants to perhaps protect this expansion location. This is actually one of the strongest things that the Night Elf can do, put pressure with their buildings as they are now moving forward. All right, however, Demon Hunter could have a very bad day, and yes, it does. Naga Sea Witch now sitting at 2. Lich is taking a lot of damage, needs to back off here. Demon Hunter falls at 3 as the Death Knight gets a Death Coil off onto that Lich. Lich is currently low on mana, but it may not matter at all as the Lich is also applying a very heavy debuff, now getting to level 2 on the Lich again. All right, Crypt Fiend could get taken down. Needs to pick up a Goblin Zeppelin. Scroll of Town Portal. Units are all trying to run away. Lich is down to 53 hit points, down to 22, and able to teleport back home. That is a big deal indeed. Obsidian Statue is now looking to heal back up. Death Knight with the Scroll of Healing gets a Death Coil off on that Lich to try and save it. Has a Potion of Mana as well. Is getting the hit points and mana regenerated by that Obsidian Statue as we now see the Demon Hunter is back in play. 3-3 compared to I believe 3-3 compared to a 3-2 3-2-2 as the Panda does get off a good Breath of Fire. Still has Drunken Haze on the unit, so that Breath of Fire is dealing damage over time. Panda has taken a lot of damage here. Death Knight unable to really catch up as the Destroyer... Death Knight uses Potion of Mana to try and come back in. Are we going to see a mana burn? Breath of Fire as the Death Knight now falls. Death Knight now falls at level 2, but we are going to see the death of a bear. All right, bear now looking to get away. Naga Sea Witch falls as well. Staff of Teleportation as we see the Demon Hunter now come back in, and Mighty does say GG as he falls behind in this series. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.